Hey everybody, welcome to my sewing room. My name's Leah. Today I want to show off my quilt I just finished for the Island Batik Ambassador blog hop. This month, Island Batik Ambassadors were challenged to make a Dresden plate quilt using some of the newest lines that came out. I got to play with this one. It's Tropical Bliss. And I want to talk you through how I came up with my design and how I decided to put everything together. So let's take a closer look. For the Dresdens, I used a 30-degree ruler and I cut my strip at 5.5. And I just cut them out back and forth. And then I made a little sample block to try to figure out how I wanted my center strip. And after a little trial and error, I came up with a strip that's 4 inches. And I flipped the ruler around and cut them out like this. And then just folded them in half. And I put the pointy side here, sewed them together. So that's how I made my points. The 30-inch ruler gives you 12 petals to put in your Dresden plate. And as I was laying them out and filling them around, I decided I wanted to put some sashing in between them and break them up. When I split up into 4s, they made the perfect size for 6-inch blocks. This made it the perfect size for me to be able to use my 3-inch cornerstones and 3-inch triangle and a square blocks for the sashing. I folded all the Dresden petals in half and stitched them all at the same time. And I clipped the top edge and turned them inside out with my crochet hook. I was feeling pretty good. I was almost done sewing the top. I had one center seam left, and I took a picture and realized I needed to fix something. So I got everything fixed and pieced together. I decided to do a little bit of custom quilting. Did some easy meander in all the white, and then each little triangle got something swirling in it, and each petal got a little swirl in it. I stitched around the ditch around each square, but I didn't do anything in this circle. I left that fluffy. I could go back and around if I want, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it a little fluffy like that. I hand stitched all the circles. It took me a while. I do enjoy hand stitching, but I knew I wouldn't have time to do all the Dresden plates as well. So I used a nice blanket stitch to stitch them down. And for the borders, I did a little swirl in here. Just around. And then this side border, you can't really even see the quilting in it. I did little meander swirls in there. I was only given a half a yard of each print. I needed 1 whole yard for the border. So since everything lined up with 3 inches, I was able to cut out perfect squares, and I rotated kind of every other one with those 2 different prints for the border. I like these nice little 3D pieces here. These I had to cut in half and kind of sew on a little bit on the edge there. So that wasn't a full one. I had to fiddle around with that for a little bit, but I wanted to have the look of all those pieces in there. And that's the quilt. I'm loving how it turned out. It's a perfect square. It fit that batting nice. It's about 54 inches. The batting was 60. You can make it a little longer if you just added another 2 Dresden sections. Thanks for following along with my closer look of my newest quilt. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe.